My name is Abigail Moore, and this is my informative speech, NGU Engagements, Truth or Trend. In a 2013 study, The Wedding Report, it stated that 250,000 weddings take place every year. How is this relevant to me, a North Greenville University student? Well, that should go without saying, seeing as everyone around me seems to be getting engaged. How is this credible, though? Well, we will look at several peer-reviewed articles and credible sources today. In a world full of secular schools where young adults are afraid of commitment, rises NGU, a school with a high engagement rate and an unofficial motto, ring by spring. But observing this from outside of the university, it may seem like everyone has a fascination with marriage. Is it just fancy party planning, though? We begin with the ring. And no, I'm not referencing Lord of the Rings. I'm talking about the ring. A U.S. survey of 21,000 couples titled The Not Incorporated said that in 2009, the average couple would spend $29,000 on their wedding, plus another $6,000 on the ring. That's exactly a year of school tuition, plus room and board, class fees, textbooks, and other expenses totally paid. While some couples, on the other hand, just seem to opt out of the ring entirely. These are indicators of commitment, the ring and the wedding, and of course it differs between men and women what that actually means. Jeff Opdyke from the Wall Street Journal said, "While men often see a ring as representing simply a desire to share a life with a particular woman, women often want their diamond to be a rock among pebbles, a symbol of the magnitude of love between them. Women tend to romanticize the engagement. The ring is a symbol. It's the difference of pragma and eros, the different types of love. Romantic versus rational. Men tend to be more pragmatic, of course, the cost and the practicality and looking at the whole marriage and financial side, while, again, women tend to romanticize it. Nothing wrong with either view. While we're going to look at a different view as well, such as secular views on marriage and divorce. So, on the other hand, some young couples will prolong getting married. Maybe it's something that they want to do in the future, but in the process, they will cohabitate. They'll live together. It takes care of a roommate. You get to see if a relationship is going to work out. It financially makes sense, but is that really the wise way to go? Unplanned pregnancies can happen as a result, and it's actually a more alarming trend than one would tend to think. 1 in 2 children before the age of 9 experience a parental breakup, whereas 1 in 5 children experience their parents' divorce. This is a huge difference. Poverty and low-income homes are also a factor. Up to 27% of solo parents live in poverty, while only 8% of married couples are also in those kind of low-income homes and those situations. Weddings are expensive, and cohabiting seems to be adopting more and more into our Western culture. It's up by 3% from the 1990s. Once again, this is an alarming statistic to view as a Christian, and how we view our worldview and continue on, it's very important. Marriages tend to exclude those in poverty as well, since they don't feel like they can do it correctly, so why do it at all? But once again, this also has risks. As a Christian, we know that we are supposed to be in the world, not of it. North Greenville students who are looking to be engaged also have a huge financial burden to look at as well. But what does the Bible say about money? Luke 12:21, and Jesus said, looking at him, loved him, and said to him, "You lack one thing. Go and sell all you have and give it to the poor, and then you will have treasure in heaven. Come and follow me. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be." What does the Bible say about marriage? Mark 10:9, what God has joined together, let no man separate. And once again, Ephesians 5:25, husbands, love your wife, as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Engagement in marriage can be a source of worship, and NGU students, while yes, may seem to have a fascination with it, and 50% of the campus may be matched up by the end of the month, it's not as crazy as it seems. Trusting God's provision and worshiping Him in faithfulness is what's important here. Once again, we've talked about the ring and secular trends with marriage and the divorce rates that follow. And we've also talked about what the Bible says about marriage and also money. In a world full of secular pressure, rises a group of students looking to honor God with their life and relationships. Maybe this generation will be the generation to abolish secular trends in marriage and pursue truth. Thank you.